Welcome to the Deep Dive, powered by Tech Talk Central. I'm Nathan, and today we're taking a close look at two really popular car stereos. You see them mentioned a lot online if you're looking to upgrade.
Yeah.
We've got the Sony XAV-AX8500 and the BSS Audio Systems BCPA10.
And I'm Sarah. Yeah, our goal here, our mission for this deep dive is basically to cut through all the specs, all the jargon. We want to pull out the really important stuff, the nuggets of knowledge, to help you figure out which one of these actually fits what you need, and importantly, your budget. We'll be digging into what makes them tick based on reviews and specs to give you a clear comparison.
Okay, let's jump right in then. The elephant in the room, I guess.
Yeah.
The price. It's a big one here. The BSS BCPA10, you're looking at typically around, what, $300?
Yeah, about that. Sometimes a bit less, sometimes a bit more, but right in that ballpark.
Right. And then the Sony XAV-AX8500 is, it's quite a jump, closer to $900.
Exactly. A significant difference. But interestingly, both give you that big 10.1-inch capacitive touchscreen, the floating style that sits proud of the dash.
So you get the big screen either way. But how does that, $600 difference show up in the actual display and just using it day to day?
Well, that's where it gets interesting. The Sony boasts a proper high-definition screen, 1280 by 720 resolution, looks really sharp, and it has this gapeless anti-glare finish. Reviews consistently say you can actually see it clearly, even with polarized sunglasses on.
Oh, that's a big deal. I wear polarized sunglasses all the time. Glare is a nightmare.
Exactly. Plus, the Sony mount has this really flexible tilt and swivel mechanism. You can really angle it precisely to dodge reflections.
Okay, so much better visibility,
Yeah.
potentially, especially in bright light.
Yeah.
What about the BOSS screen? It floats too, right?
It does float, and it has tilt adjustment, but we did see some user comments mentioning issues with the night dimming. Apparently, even on the lowest setting, it can still be a bit too bright for some people on long night drives, so maybe a comfort factor there to consider.
Yeah, that could be annoying. Okay, let's talk connectivity. Wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. Pretty much essential now, right?
yeah.
Both have it?
Yep. Both units cover those crucial bases. Wireless connectivity is definitely a game changer, means you just hop in the car and your phone connects.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But beyond that, what else? What are the sort of standout features or differences in how they connect?
Okay, here, the Sony pulls ahead with some more advanced stuff. It has an HDMI input.
HDMI. So you could plug in like a Fire Stick or something when parked?
Potentially, yeah. For
Wow.
passengers, maybe. It also has 3 separate camera inputs, front, rear, maybe a side view. And they have individual triggers, can switch automatically.
3 cameras.
And maybe the biggest thing, it's Maestro ready.
Maestro ready, right? That lets it talk to the car's computer.
Exactly. So depending on your car and the specific Maestro module, you could see things like climate controls, tire pressure, engine info right there on the Sony screen. Real deep integration.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That feels very premium, very factory-like almost.
It really does bridge that gap. The BOSS, on the other hand, keeps it a bit more straightforward. You get front and rear camera inputs, and it has dual USB ports. One is specifically for your phone connection, CarPlay or Android Auto, and charging. So it covers the main connectivity needs reliably.
Gotcha. So Sony is about deeper integration and more inputs. BOS focuses on core essentials. Makes sense given the price.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the sound. Screens are great, features are cool, but it's an audio receiver, right? How do they actually sound?
Good question. The Sony really leans into sound customization. It's got a built-in digital signal processor, or DSP, plus time alignment, a 14-band EQ, a 3-zone crossover, and it pushes 55 watts per channel, which is solid RMS power.
Okay, unpack that a bit. DSP, time alignment. What does that mean for the average person just listening to Spotify?
Well, the DSP helps tailor the sound to your specific car's acoustics, which can make a big difference. Time alignment adjusts the timing from each speaker so the sound hits your ears simultaneously, creates a much better stereo image, like you're in the sweet spot. And that 14-band EQ gives you really fine control over the frequencies. The crossover sends the right sounds to the right speakers, bass to woofers, treble to tweeters, basically lots of tools to make it sound really good. And users generally praise the sound quality and how responsive the unit feels.
Sounds impressive. Very audiophile focused. What about the BISS? It supports high-res FLAC, right? And advertises more power.
It does support FLAC, which is great for high-quality files.
Yeah.
And yeah, it advertises 320 watts, but that's almost certainly peak power, not the continuous RMS power Sony usually quotes. It's a different way of measuring. Sound-wise, it should be decent for the price point. However, this is important, some user reviews mention performance issues.
Issues? Like what?
Things like the interface feeling slow sometimes, maybe a bit glitchy, or even reports of the unit restarting unexpectedly during a drive.
Oof, restarting mid-trip. That could be really frustrating, especially if you're using navigation.
Exactly. It raises that question, doesn't it? Is the significant saving on the BOSS worth dealing with potential performance hiccups or inconsistencies?
Yeah, that's a tough trade-off. So summarizing, it feels like the Sony offers this um, more polished, consistent, feature-rich experience, especially with sound tuning and vehicle integration. Very refined.
I'd agree. It's the premium option aiming for deep integration and high fidelity.
Whereas the BOSS gives you the modern must-haves, big screen, wireless phone mirroring, decent connectivity at a much, much lower price.
Yeah.
But maybe with a few rough edges in performance reported by some users.
Precisely. It really boils down to your priorities. Are you looking for that top-tier, seamless experience and willing to invest in it? Or are you focused on getting those core modern features on a tighter budget, accepting there might be some compromises?
It's that classic value calculation, isn't it?
Yeah.
What features do you actually need and use every day versus what's just nice to have? Something definitely to think about for your own car.
Absolutely. Consider how long you plan to keep the car, too, and how much those little frustrations might bother you over time.
Good point. Well, hopefully this deep dive has given you a clearer picture. To find the latest prices and maybe some deals on these units, definitely check out the links we've put in the description below. And hey, if you found this comparison helpful, please hit that subscribe button for Tech Talk Central. We do deep dives like this all the time, bringing you the insights you need. Thanks for joining us.